Hello students! For our second lesson on rhythm and movement, I am going to show you how to make an Agamograph. Named after the late artist Yaakov Agam, Agamographs are works of art that morph from one image to the next, depending on the angle you view the piece. Let's begin. An Agamograph is a visual work of art that has two or more images. Here is a two-sided Agamograph. On one side you see the color red, but if we were to rotate our view and look on the other side, you can no longer see the red and only see pink. Here is a three-sided Agamograph. On the left side we see all pink. When we look at the piece straight on, we see a blue image, and when we tilt our view to the right, we see all red. For today's project, I am going to show you how to create a two-sided Agamograph. But if you would like to make a three-sided one, all you will need to do is add 2 extra sheets of papers for your supplies. And here are the supplies you will need for today. 2 sheets of printer paper to draw 2 different images and 2 sheets of paper for your background. If you want to make the three-sided Agamograph, add 1 more sheet for the image and 1 more sheet for the background. You will need a glue stick, black marker, drawing pencil, colored pencils, tape, and scissors. I didn't use a ruler, but it might be helpful to have on hand, just in case. Now for today's work of art, we need to think about images that relate to one another or have a connection to one another. You can look at my list and draw inspiration from that, or make a list of your own. Here I thought of drawing a smiley face and a frown, an abstract work of art with 1 image of arrows going up and another image of arrows going down, a winter tree morphing into a tree in the springtime, the sun and the moon, abstract works of art showing cool toned colors versus warm toned colors, a rainy landscape image and a sunny rainbow image. Or you could create bubble letter art and have 1 image of your first name and the other be your last name. The possibilities are endless. Choose whichever pair of images you would like for your artwork. For today's project, I am going to show you how I created an Agamograph with the sun and the moon. First, let's prepare the background. This will be the same step for all of us. Take 1 sheet of printer paper and fold it in half. Open 1 flap and bring it to the fold, pressing down, creating a nice crease. Turn your work over and repeat. Take your time, lining each panel up so everything is nice and even. Continue opening flaps and bring them to the nearest fold until you have 8 panels. Once you have 8 panels, give each panel a good accordion fold. Once you are done, repeat these steps again with the second sheet of printer paper. Once you are done creating an accordion fold for each paper for the background, you will need to label each panel. 1 image will be cut into strips and placed on every other background panel. For the first image, We will label every other panel by number as shown here. You should end up numbering from 1 through 8. Do this lightly in pencil. I show you the labels in black marker just so you can see it better for the video, but I recommend labeling in pencil so it does not show through. Once you are done numbering every other panel, you will then label the remaining panels by alphabet, from A through H, as shown here. Again, do this in pencil, not marker. Eventually, you are going to join these two pieces of paper together, but for now, let's stack them and set them aside. Grab your other two blank sheets of paper for your artwork and let's get to drawing. Draw along with me and begin creating your masterpieces. Feel free to use the ruler if you need to. Once you are done sketching your images, go over everything in black marker for a bold look. Erase any visible pencil markings when you are done. After outlining all of your work, begin coloring your images. Make sure to leave no white spaces. I grabbed an extra sheet of paper to put behind my artwork to protect my workspace. Color both sheets of paper for the best effect. Here are my 2 completed images of the sun and the moon. Pause the video here once you are finished drawing your work. When your 2 images are complete, press play and continue on to the next step. Now it's time to do the accordion fold to both images. Make sure you have 8 even panels for each drawing. The steps to create these folds are the exact same ones you did for the background. Once you are finished folding, turn your work over. One image will have each panel numbered from 1 through 8. Your second image will be alphabetized A through H. Remember to label in pencil, not marker. Now let's bring back our background sheets of paper. You are going to want to join them together now with tape. Do not seal it shut, just join the two sheets together like this to continue the accordion fold. Then cut up each panel, making sure they stay in order and they are all in the right direction. Now take one of your images. I am going to begin with the pile numbered 1 through 8. Before I begin gluing, I lay them out in their slots to make sure each one is facing the right direction and everything is in order. I am glad I did this first because I noticed my numbers didn't line up with the numbers on the background. I needed to turn each panel the other direction, so there was a number at the top and a number at the bottom. Once I was satisfied with the layout of everything, I took a glue stick and began gluing each strip of paper to the matching number. Once I was done, I did an accordion fold on the background paper to give each glued panel a good press to make sure it stays on well. Now it's time to glue the final image. Lay everything out again the way you want it, and then begin gluing. Your masterpiece is now complete. Here is my Agamograph from one angle where we see the moon, and then when we change our view, we see the sun. If you see the aerial view, you can see both at the same time. Isn't that cool? I hope you had a lot of fun with this one as I did. What images did you draw? Did you do a 2-sided Agomograph or a 3-sided Agomograph? Share with me if you are able to. Until next time, take care and stay creative.